Hi guys, how we doing? It's me again, Reg. Okay, this is just a quick update. I did attempt to do this in the car, but the camera holder gave out quite a lot of noise, so I've had to do it again. Right, little update on Dave Thompson. As you know, Dave Thompson, we've been doing a video diary of his pancreatic cancer and his journey into the unknown. So, basically, a quick recap. In the beginning, Dave had a feeling there was something wrong with him, and he went to the doctors, and they did various tests, this, that, and the other, and they've gone, well, David, we can't really find anything wrong with you, so that will be that. Now, Dave was so convinced that he had an issue somewhere. He actually told his doctor, right, I will pay myself, I will pay to have a scan. At which point the doctor thought, well, maybe you're serious. Rushed him through, got him scanned. And so he's had this scan. He's gone from nothing wrong to having this scan where they says, oh, we're sorry to tell you you have pancreatic cancer, and I think we are too late to operate. He has a tumour pressing on an artery or something. And surgery was out of the question. So he's gone from nothing wrong, or we can't find anything, to sorry, we're too late, which in anybody's book it's a little bit on the drastic side, but you know, fair play to Dave. He's handled it well, remarkably well. It's incredibly well, and he accepts his fate. You know, he's drunk and he's had fun and he's eaten things. You shouldn't really eat and drink, and so he accepts the fact that he's probably not done everything the way it should be done, and life has caught him out. But you know what? That's no reason to give in. And David is the most what's the word for it? Positive person I've ever met. He came to speak to me. He'd got wind that I was looking into black seed oil, and we have another friend, Chris Wixon, that had pancreatic cancer, and he went on the black seed oil, and he is now cancer free. In fact, he's been told by his surgeons that the group he was in that had that surgery, he is the only survivor. So that in itself is a ray of hope. So he basically, he had to have chemotherapy, and it's an aggressive chemotherapy. They told him it was going to knock him about. They told him under no uncertain terms you would lose your hair. So wave that goodbye, and we'll see if we can do anything. So his first chemotherapy he had, and it knocked him about. He was as sick as a dog. And if you watch the video, Journey into the Unknown, round 1, he will explain to you the journey through the hospitals, through the chemo, how he felt, how it affected him. From then on, he was on black seed oil. Now his second chemotherapy, that would line up with the video we've done round 2, and that starts when I'm filming David lying on the floor in his kitchen doing his plumbing. So yeah, he's been block paving his drive, he's been doing his plumbing, he's chopping up wood. He hasn't really suffered any symptoms from then on. So off we've gone, and the object of the exercise was for Dave to have chemotherapy. I will get to him the following day with a camera, and so that you could actually see him having his chemo, and that he wasn't suffering. Unfortunately, here in the UK, we had a big freeze up. Here we had a freeze up in the loft, and there was water running through the ceilings. David, his mother was away from home, and she had a freeze up for a week without anybody noticing. So you can imagine the state of her house when the leak was found. Unfortunately, nothing was salvageable. You know, they couldn't even save her a skirt or any underwear. His mother lost everything. So David, being David, He's rallied round. He's got a crew of friends around him. They've gone in and they've ripped all the ceilings down. They've ripped the carpets out. So this is a guy with pancreatic cancer who should be taking it easy, and he's doing a full house restoration. You know, taking everything down to the plaster, taking the plaster off down to the bricks, pulling the ceilings down to the rafters. He did actually get to a point where he started to have an internal shake, and his friend says, "Look, Dave, if you don't go home, then we're walking off the job. We're not going to do this." So they forced him to go home and rest. With chemotherapy and cancer, if you start getting an internal shake, your organs are shaking, it's normally the first sign of an infection of some sort. We put it down to the fact that he'd been in a soaking, wringing wet, freezing cold, sub-zero environment, and he'd been working, grafting there for the best part of a week. And it wasn't until he got the dehumidifiers in the house, in the property, that he decided he was going to sit back for a few days and let the dehumidifiers do their work. From then on, he went away on holiday. He went down to Cornwall, I believe. He's got friends down there, so he had chemo on the Tuesday and Wednesday. On the Friday, he jumped in his car and drove down to Cornwall. It was only 2 days ago I managed to get hold of him. So he's obviously been away having a good time. And I go, "Dave, where have you been? Like, you've had me worried. I've been panicking. You know, couldn't even talk to you." He's gone, "Oh, Reg, I apologise. I got your message. I forgot to bring you back." So what we were trying to do, by today, we were trying to get David on camera. Okay? His hair is growing to the point where it's messy. They told him he would lose his hair. In his own words, if he wasn't told that he had cancer and he wasn't on medication and chemo, we would never know. So he's telling me that he's had no symptoms from the last 2 sessions at all from chemotherapy, with the possibility of one exception. He had a dose of diarrhea for 1 day, 1 dose of diarrhea, and he says, "Reg, it could be the chemotherapy, it could have been a bad meal, it could have been anything, it could have been a chill, an infection, we don't know." Alright, so let's just say that the only side effect he's had is 1 dose of diarrhea, and he doesn't feel like he has cancer. Fantastic, brilliant, Dave, you're doing well, mate. Now, the reason for this video, this rushed video, emergency video, is David has had a scan. Originally they told him that they couldn't operate because this tumour was pressing on an artery, not an artery, that's all, artery, and they couldn't operate. So the object of the chemo was to shrink this tumour, and the object of the black seed oil that he's been taking is to protect his body from damage caused by the chemotherapy. So he has had the scan. Today is Thursday the 26th of April 2018. Tomorrow, on Friday the 27th, he goes to see his specialist, and his specialist will tell him whether or not they can operate. So tomorrow is a little bit of an important day, D-Day if you like. Dave has been so upbeat, it's crazy. He is so inspiring. It is. You know, we all have problems. It just makes me forget my problems. You know, he's faced with all of that, and he's out and about. He's just enjoying himself. You know, he's having fun. So the best scenario we can hope for is for the surgeon to turn around and say, "David, we can now operate." Right? We don't want the opposite, but it might come. If they say, "No, we still can't operate," then we have to keep going. We have no choice. We have to keep going. and we'll keep taking the oil, and we may move on to other things. But this is all about the oil at the moment. So tomorrow will tell us. The ideal situation is if they look at the scan and go, "Where's the cancer gone?" You know, that would be a game changer, wouldn't it? But the chances of that happening, no. Never say never, because stranger things have happened at sea, and that would be. I would fall over. I would probably cry if that was the situation. And there would be tears of joy for like my brother, my friend. You know, and the fact that we may have found something, but we don't know. So tomorrow, guys, David is with his specialist. He will get the results of his scan. We don't know. We don't know what it's going to be, and tomorrow will be a big day. What I will try and do is I will try and get David tomorrow. I'll ring him tonight and try and hook up with him tomorrow, whatever the results, because you guys need to know the results, whatever the results are. So we will share them with you. Okay? Don't forget, I did say in the beginning, if David turns around and says that's enough, enough is enough, then we will stop. But I don't think for 1 minute that's what David will do, because he is doing this for you. So roll on tomorrow, that's all I can say. And David, good luck, fingers crossed. In fact, I got everything crossed. My heart's pounding for you, so you know, let's hope we can finish tomorrow off with a nice big smile. We're going to have a hug regardless of what happens, so you know what, let's wait till tomorrow. So ladies, gentlemen, everybody out there, look after yourselves, look after each other, and if we make it through the night, we'll do this all again tomorrow. And keep your eyes open for tomorrow's video, and please share this video. There are people out there getting diagnosed. If you look down the comments, there's the odd thank you, so we know this video has helped people. Alright, so please share it. People don't always tell you if they're diagnosed with an illness, so you may not know. Your best friend may be suffering from this and you don't know. So please share it, because it will give them an insight. It will put their minds at ease. Journey into the Unknown round 1, round 2, and this video, and especially tomorrow's video, just share them, like them. If you can subscribe to the channel, that would be good. My goal is to monetize this channel. Now you have to have a hell of a lot of views to make any sort of money, but any kind of money that I can make out of this, I will invest it in oil, and I will give it to people that need it. Okay, David, I give him the oil. Right, now I don't want any medals for that. The point being, if it helps, it costs 20 pence a day to stay healthy. This should be available on the National Health. Okay, the children in the children's hospital who are going through chemotherapy and radiotherapy, in my eyes, they should be given this every day, just to protect their bodies from the damage caused by radio and chemotherapy. Can't do them any harm, or if it can do them any harm, we don't know, because nobody, and I mean nobody, will take it to human trials. So that's what we're trying to do. We want human trials. And if it turns out to be bad, we'll stick it in a cupboard and we'll forget all about it. But please, get it out there. Let's get some human trials done, at least. Because you never know. We might be onto a winner here. We might be onto something that will change the world. You know, and we're going to need it. Right? G5 is round the corner, and that's going to radiate everything. You're going to be microwaving yourself 24 hours a day. So we need to find something. We need to find something fast. You haven't got all the time in the world, trust me. So on that note, I'm going, and we'll see you tomorrow. Keep smiling, have fun, and I'm going to have a cup of tea. I've been at work all day, and I'm going to push the button and I'll see you later. Bye for now.